Projekt 1065, Chapter 37, Admittance Denied. Pennants with swords, fight, sacrifice, and triumph, emblazoned on them, fluttered in the cold February breeze. The day of the Hitler Youth initiation tests was bright and clear, the gray clouds of winter parting to reveal an almost blindingly blue sky. It had been 2 days since the dinner party, 2 days since I was sure SS Obersturmführer Trumbauer had come into my Da's study looking for Simon. But if the Nazi had gone looking for him that night, he hadn't found him, and in the days that followed, the Gestapo hadn't knocked down our door and come tromping in to arrest Simon, or us. Maybe in my fear of getting caught I was imagining things, but my visits to Simon in the interim to talk books had been shorter and more cautious. SS Obersturmführer Trumbauer's words echoed in my ears. We need more boys like you to join our cause if we're to succeed. If I had really believed in Nazi Germany, if I had really thought, the way some Germans did, that Adolf Hitler was sent by God to save the German people and rule the world, I might have believed today's beautiful weather was a sign, an omen. I might have believed this was what they called Führer weather, the way the rain and snow and clouds seemed to miraculously disappear anytime something important happened, like the annual party rally in Nuremberg, or the Berlin Olympics in 1936, or whenever Hitler gave a speech, as though God was winking at Nazi Germany. But I was pretty sure God didn't have anything to do with Nazi Germany. Fritz and I stood together in line waiting to enter the testing ground. Did Fritz really believe the Nazi propaganda? And what about all the boys? How many of them really wanted to be Nazis when they grew up? And how many of them hated all this nonsense but had to join because it was the law? You never really knew the real Nazis from the fake ones, and you couldn't exactly ask. Everybody had to pretend to be excited about the initiation, even if they weren't, for fear of the SRD spies who walked up and down the line. The junior Gestapo that Fritz was so desperate to join, and me along with him. The boy ahead of us in line was stopped by one of the SRD. Apparently, his father had been heard making jokes about Hitler in a beer hall one night, and neither of his parents were members of the Nazi Party. The Jungvolk boy made excuses, but the SRD boy cut him off. You will not be permitted to continue in the Hitler Youth until the situation is satisfactorily resolved, the SRD boy said. Admittance denied. I thought the boy had gotten off lucky, but he ran away in tears. Either he was one of the true believers, or he just knew he had no future in Germany if he wasn't in the Nazi Party. Fritz gave me a horrified look. Getting kicked out of the Hitler Youth was his worst nightmare. I was next. I hated Hitler and the Nazis, but I still held my breath and prayed I wouldn't be sent away. I shouldn't have worried. My parents couldn't be in the Nazi Party because they were foreign diplomats, and I could trace my family line far enough back that I was declared genetically pure enough. Fritz, too. We were in. All we had to do now was pass the tests.